sunny Yorkton, Saskatchewan. If that's what you want to call it. It is sunny and it is Yorkton, so I don't think that's their slogan, but it is today. It's a good day to be in Yorkton. Yorkton. We picked up our last load in York, Pennsylvania. Now we're picking up this load in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. How about that? This is the town. It's actually pretty big. I know they have a couple of dealers here for motorcycles, and they got really good deals.
50 meters. Turn left on Gladstone Avenue North.
I've seen them. But registering your motorcycle in Saskatchewan is very cheap compared to Manitoba. In Manitoba, to register my motorcycle cost me $350 a month for 6 months. I only pay for it from May to October, but from those months, it's $350 a month.
Turn left on Gladstone Avenue North.
So we are loaded with goods. We are reloaded and we are on our way officially to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, United States of America. Exciting. I love Iowa. It's like Manitoba with just a few more people. Okay, a lot more people. What do you think, Diesel? Are you excited to go to Iowa? Iowa, man. I bet they got cows there somewhere. You really don't look impressed. Just because we've been spoiled with all those southern runs doesn't mean you gotta be all depressed now. Nothing wrong with Iowa. I love Iowa. Okay, so we're gonna go scale this load out because we're heavy. Heavy. And then we're gonna be on our way. As long as we're not overweight. If we're overweight, we gotta come back here and get them to take some stuff off. Okay, so we had to scale ourselves twice. The first time we scaled, we were 2,000 pounds too heavy. We're too fat, Diesel. It's all your fault. You need to lose some weight, man. Just saying. You're so mean, man. Truth hurts. Can you imagine if Diesel was 2,000 pounds? I think I'd be in the Guinness World Records for worst dog owner ever. And he'd have his own page for fattest dog ever. Wouldn't that be awesome, Diesel? 2,000 pounds? Maybe not. But yeah, so we went back to the customer and they took some freight off, and now we're legal. Barely, but we're legal, so we're gonna be heavy. We're sitting at just under 80,000 pounds, and I got a half tank of fuel, so I'm gonna have to be careful how much I fuel on this trip. It's about 5 to 6 hours to home from here. I'm gonna stop by the yard and drop off some paperwork and whatnot, and continue on down the road from there. We'll see in a bit. You know what? I want some Timmies. Diesel, you want some Timmies?
You know, Diesel, sometimes things just work out. Sometimes they just work out. Like this. I thought there'd be no parking at this Tim Hortons, but I took a risk. I saw a way in here where I could get out, and I figured, I'm gonna go see if I can park my truck anywhere around that Timmy's. Look at this parking. Dun dun dun. There it is. I am parked legally on the side of the road. And behind me is nothing but like gravel and stuff. So this isn't even a used road. That goes into their arena complex that they're not even using right now. So I am perfectly fine here. I love that when I find new places where I can park for Timmy's. Now every time we're in Yorkton, Diesel, we know where we can park and get Timmy's. Absolutely, you should care a little bit more, man. I think you should. This is a big moment. I love it when I find new Timmy's with truck parking. It's like a big achievement. It's like, yes, I'm gonna remember this one. Thank you, Timmy's. Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Here's the big test. There's the RCMP. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Except they're not really mounted anymore. Now they're just mounted on their seat of their cruiser. That's about it. A lot of respect for those boys. I almost became, and women, pardon me. You know what I meant. Hate it that I have to correct myself all the time. Political correctness. Whatever. You know what I meant. A lot of respect for those officers. A lot of respect for them. See, they don't wear their big Mountie suits all the time. They actually wear that, that's their regular uniform. But yeah, I applied with them. Most of you know that who've been following me for long enough. I almost became a Mountie, but I was too young when I applied, and they told me I needed more life experience, which was very true. I was 19 and didn't know nothing. I needed a life experience. Now I could probably apply and have a good chance of getting in. But the chances of me getting in are actually pretty slim because of the fact that I am a Caucasian male. But that's a whole different topic all on its own. Anyways, Diesel, let's go and get some coffee. Let's go say hi to the fancy Mountie. The fancy Mountie. Well, I don't know what kind of a Mountie is fancy, but I'm going to go say hi to the Mountie anyways.
Alright, we're on Trans-Canada 16, the other highway. There's only two out here in the west, two main ones. And this is the 2-lane one, because this one's further up north. Being further up north, there's less people. But there's just as many trucks, which is kind of frustrating. Because I'd love right now to be able to do the speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. But there's one driver, about 2 trucks ahead of this guy, that decided that he would rather do 90. So we're all doing 90, all like 15 of us in the convoy. I think it's one guy in front of this guy. He's a step deck, he's got an empty step deck behind him, yeah. He'd rather do 90, okay. That's the one bad thing about not having a 4-lane. It's very difficult to pass. See here, I could pass, it's open. But I'm so heavy that I don't trust the fact that I don't trust that I could make it up to highway speed and get past him, you know? And I'm heavy. So I'm just gonna stay here like a good little boy in line and wait my turn. Mr. Herb here in front of us has to make his move first. I can't pass 2 trucks at once, so I gotta wait for him to pass him, then I can pass him. But it seems like Herb is pretty content being behind him, so what can you do? These are the Saskatchewan prairies. We're getting actually very close to Manitoba, so we're close to Manitoba. You see what I mean when I'm out east in the States and I'm like, there's so many people everywhere. You know what I mean? That's because this is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. Other than Herb in front of us here, how many people do you see around here? As far as I can see in every direction, I don't even see a house. That was a driveway, so I'm sure there's a house in this bush here. Okay, one house. This is what I'm used to. This is what I like. Just middle of nowhere. Peaceful, quiet. There's another property on the left there. Just sort of scattered lightly around here. People there. Well, this is interesting. Very interesting indeed. Anybody want a house? Selling my house, but someone else just bought a house apparently. Check this thing out. Woo! It's gonna hit that sign? Woo! You the boss, man. You the boss. Here comes another one. Yeah! I still can't figure out why they transport houses like that. Why don't you just build it where you want it? Why do you build it somewhere else? I'll let this guy pass, man. That is too funny. You know, I do want to build a house or build a shop one day. But I think I'm going to build it where I want it and save that whole process, you know? It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it's beginning to look more and more like home. Flat, straight roads. Man, I love this area of the continent. Man, so glad I grew up in Manitoba. I dare say it's one of the best areas. If best. No, it doesn't have big shopping malls everywhere, only in the city. It doesn't have a ton of things to do. It doesn't have a ton of people. It doesn't have a big amusement park nearby. It's not on the ocean. But it's home. And you don't need all those things to do. Like, the biggest thing I hear from people from congested areas are like, well, there's nothing to do out there in Manitoba. Why would you live there? There's nothing to do. Oh, there's always something to do. Believe me, never bored. But out here, you actually got to use your creativeness. You got to create fun. You got to create things to do that are fun. Whereas in big congested areas, that's all done for you. There's no creativeness to it. You just follow where everyone else is going. Oh, we'll go to a movie theater. Oh, we'll go to the amusement park. Oh, we'll go mini golfing. Oh, we'll go to the beach. You're just doing what other people have created, right? You're just following the crowd. Out here, you actually have to design and create your own fun. You gotta be creative. So you guys really want to see what I mean by flat? Manitoba's flat. I'll show you flat. Well, we're about as close as we can get. Steers are at 11,960. Maximum is 12,000. Drive axles at 34,060. By the time I hit the American border, that'll be burnt off in fuel, so I'll be at 34 even. And the trailer is at 33,540. So I could technically move some weight onto my trailer, but overall we're at 79,560. My maximum is 80,000. So we're heavy. We're heavy. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the yard and figure out what we're gonna do from there. All right, Diesel, it's time to go home. Look at that face. Really? Home? You wanna go home? Are you serious, man? Don't joke with me. Home? Oh, there? Yeah, it's that way. It is that way. Good boy. So yeah, we are at the yard here, and we're getting our stuff together here. Some laundry and whatnot. I'm gonna do some quick laundry today. We can sleep in tomorrow. I want to run my paperwork for my taxes down to my mom tomorrow. She's at the campsite. So I'm gonna do that on my bike, and I'm really hoping to get home in time now to go for a quick ride today yet. Quite a bit of daylight yet, right? Because I still only have my learners. I'm getting my actual full driver's license next month for the bike. So I can't drive at night yet. So I'll quickly get home so I can quickly go for a ride tonight yet. Okay, guys? All right, okay, bye. Hey, Diesel. How you liking the yard there? You guys see what I mean? How it gets overgrown? It's kind of crazy, actually. Diesel. Go, Diesel, go run through the grass. Be free, be happy. Look at this grass. This is like knee height. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Give her, Diesel, give her, give her, give her, give her, give her. Watch out for the fire pit, it's in there somewhere. It's in here. Oh boy. Wow. Diesel, we're gonna have to hire someone to take care of our yard for us when we're gone. This is ridiculous. This is terrible. Let's see if we still got water here. Yep, we're still got a ton of water here. Are they still pumping water out back here? Oh, come on. For crying out loud. Yep, the whole yard is flooded still. Alright, well, it looks like we're calling the town and getting some action done here because they keep pumping their sump pump right out into my yard. Now my whole yard is flooded still. And I've already got to deal with all this, so. Yep.
Diesel. What you doing, mate? You like being at home? It's kind of nice having this home, eh? You know, maybe I won't sell it. You know, I'm on the road. I think to myself, like, what is the point of having this house while I'm on the road, right? I get home and I'm like, that's why I have this house. But I still do want to sell, and I want to get a house where I can bring my truck right to the yard. And also, because of that flooding that's going on in my backyard, I finally got in contact with the developer of that whole development right there. He came to my yard and had a conversation with me, and he was very kind, very nice guy. Made me feel a little guilty for being upset when he showed up. I was like, seriously, man, you're flooding my yard. Like, this has been going on for 2 years now, and I've been trying to get it to stop. And he went through all of the legal rights that he had to pump his water under his fence into my yard. He actually has legal right. This is what he claims. I'm still going to check into it. But he was very kind. He was not rude about it. Go down below to my description. Check out all the links down there. Click whatever you want. And I'll see you tomorrow, 4 a.m. Central Time. Right here. Be there or be square.